Hi guys, and today I'm going to be reacting to my League One prediction for last season, so that's just went, so yeah. So let's get started. 24th I had Crew and the thing is 12. Crew had a really good first season in League One. The reason why I thought them would get relegated is because they wouldn't adapt and they would struggle to adapt, but they did adapt really well. They were hard to beat, had a solid defence, could score goals, had some good players, and some of the better teams went there and struggled, so that the Crew should be really happy with their first season in League One. Now, the fact is, can they keep their players? I know they've lost Harry Pickering to Blackburn, I think, and can they kick on to maybe chance for the playoff next season? So, yeah. 23rd, I had Rochdale on the thing at 23rd. It just proved Rochdale's squad didn't have the quality to stay up, like losing Campson, Henderson for them were two big losses if you get what I mean. Like, Henderson scored all the goals and Camp scored what the created hub and Henderson scores all the goals where if you take them two players out as so you will go down. So it's been a tough season for Rochdale and hopefully they can bounce back for them in League 2 next season. So yeah. 22nd I had Northampton and they did finish 22nd. Again, Northampton weren't good enough for League One. It proves that they actually had a worse squad going into League One than they had in League Two the previous season, which just proved something. Like they gave everything, but it just wasn't enough. And they need to invest if they want to get back to League One. So yeah, 21st they have Wimbledon, and the thing is 19th. Wimbledon just did what they did every year really, stay in League One. Although it did look like unlikely at one point that they would stay in League One, then they put together I believe a 6 or 7 game unbeaten streak. Where they were winning games, not conceding many goals, and what just about kept them in League One, and I'm sure that they'll be relieved that they'll be spending another season in League One. So yeah, 20th I had Accrington Stanley and the finished 11. Accrington Stanley just continue to define the odds in League One. What a job John Coleman has done. Like they were on the edge of the playoffs all season then because they had a little injury crisis fell short of them, but Accrington Stanley should be good and should be happy for all of this. And if John Coleman can keep his players and add right, I see no reason why Accrington Stanley can't be challenging for the playoffs next season. So yeah, 19 players Shrewsbury, the thing is 17. Then we'll be happy that the Steven League won, I reckon, because they're there was a time where it didn't look good for the fight at December side, and Steve Cockrell came in. What I'm happy he's doing well now, but where they were beating the big teams of this division 1-0. They beat Hull, they beat Peterborough, I think, they beat us 2-1. What kept them into just get them into a steady mid-table position, and yes, Steve Cockrell I think has a lot to do, because obviously if you look at their retained and release list, but it's next season can them to consolidate even more in League One and push up the table. So yeah, 18th I have Plymouth and they're finished 18. I don't really know what to think with Plymouth really. I think they'll be definitely happy that they stay in League One. They're I think if I had to guess that was their objective, and to be fair, at time to play some good football. Ryan Lowe's a good manager, and I believe if the will team where I believe they can get the right players up next season. I don't know where they could finish higher. So yeah, 17th MK Dons and the finish 13. MK Dons had a great season, where they were winning games, probably the the most unexpected team this season, and I believe that MK Dons will be happy. Russell Martin seems to be building something great there, and yes, they've had another good season. They'll be disappointed they didn't finish in the top half, but at least they had a good crack at it, and you never know what might happen with MK Dons. So we have 16th, I have Wing and the finish 20th. What a job their head team manager done just to avoid relegation. With everything he had on like against him with the financial stuff, and the fact that most of his better players went because of the administration was good. They had a great end to the season where I think they won 5 of the last 6 games or whatever, or the won 4 or 5 games in order to get up. Now I believe Wigan are now on the right path. And if they get some players, hopefully they can return to being at the top of League One, maybe back in the Championship one day. So yeah. 15th I had Burton, they finished 16th. What a season it's been for Burton, if being honest. Like in mid-December, early January, then were rooted to the bottom, looked up, desperate to go down. But Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank came in and has turned around where they were winning games of football, they were playing well, that guided them to a solid mid-table finish. What and saw that Burton fans will be happy. And to be fair, other than us and Oxford, they didn't really get battered, if you get what I mean. They played well, and I believe they'll be happy. So yeah, 14th, I've got Swindon, and the thing is 23rd. Swindon won't be happy with getting relegated. I thought they would have enough. I thought they actually had a decent squad. But for whatever reason, it just didn't work out this season. Now, their job will be to see if they can bounce back to League One. The 2 times we played them, they were terrible, really. So yeah. 13th, I put Lincoln. The thing is 5th. What a season and what a job Michael Appleton's done at Lincoln. I believe it's 2 or 3 years ahead of schedule, and they'll of course have to go in the playoffs against us to see if they can do it. Obviously, they'll be good in a sense, knowing that they were in the automatics for so long to only to fall away. But if you like, they've got second chance at the whip now. The injuries didn't help them in the second half of the season, but they finished strong and they made sure that they got into the top 6 and gave them a chance to get promoted. So yeah. 12th I had Doncaster, the finished 14th. Doncaster had a great start to the season up until middle, and then must have thought this was going to be their year, they would get promoted to the Championship. Then when Darren Moore left, they fell off a cliff really and didn't do that well. And to be fair, there will be wondering what it could have been, and now they've just got to rebuild for next season. So yeah, they'll be disappointed, but they need to find a manager first and then find out what went wrong and work on next season. So yeah, 11th I had Blackpool, they finished 3rd. What a season it's been for Blackpool. I didn't expect it. I believe nobody expected them. What a second half of the season they had, where them were the form team. They're probably the form team going into the playoffs. I believe they only lost 2 of their last 17 games or something like that. And Neil Critchley's a good man. He's got a good young group. Can he take them to the Championship? Obviously, I hope they don't. But I guess they're the they were the dark horse I thought they would be, and they've got a chance. What a season for them. So yeah, 10th Fleetwood, they finished 15th. For me, finishing 15th for Fleetwood, it's actually a disappointment. If you look at their squad, really, let's be honest, them should be finishing a bit higher. I mean, it since didn't work out with Joey Barton near the end, but they got a Grace and look like they were going to and then they just pretty much consolidated mid-table, and yes, so yeah. 9th I had Gillingham and the finished 10. Gillingham they always are one, just them that awkward team with so many hoof balls and whatever, and yes, messing around whatever, and they got 10th out. They'd be disappointed they didn't get into the playoffs, but it's being another good season for Gillingham. Now can their push next season. So yeah, if I put Charlton the thing at 7, they'll be absolutely good. They didn't make the playoffs. On goal difference, they missed out to Oxford United, where yeah, I believe that Nigel Atkins came in and started building since and I believe that if Nigel Atkins can say what they need doing, I reckon they'll be in the playoff next season. With just, I think the bad start they had, with everything just caught up on them. So yeah, 7th, this is my worst prediction by a mile. 7th, I have Bristol Rovers to finish 24th. What a horrible season it's been for Bristol Rovers, losing games. They went through quite a few different managers, but their saviour, as in Joey Barton, knows what he's doing, knows what players he's got to get out, what players he's got to bring into make sure they bounce back back to League One, and I can trust that Joey Barton will get them as Joey Barton proved at his time with Fleetwood. He is a decent League One manager. So yeah, 6th I had Ipswich, the thing is ninth. What another disappointing season for Ipswich. Let's be honest, ninth in League One isn't good enough, and they didn't look like that they would go and do anything this season. The amount of 0-0 draws they had was like a joke. I think I counted at one that had 9 0-0 draws. What is really embarrassing, really. Paul Cook didn't get what he wanted, like in the like quality wise or anything. Like he thought, and I do think that's a club that needs a rebuild, and I do believe that Paul Cook's no one who knows what he's doing and will get the right players in. If he can do that, I'm pretty sure that he'll be fighting for promotion with them next season. So yeah, 5th I have my club Sunderland. I think it's one place high, 4th where. To be honest, if someone offered me this when Leigh Johnson came in, 4th in League One, a playoff semi-final, the second leg at home, I would have taken Will Papa John's trophy as well. But the position we went in, where we lost only won in the last 9, made it hard to take. But we still have the chance. We still have the second bite of the whip, if you like. I believe we can play it our best. We can do it. So yeah, 4th I had Portsmouth, and the thing is, yeah, Portsmouth will be absolutely disappointed that they didn't finish like in the playoffs where they had it in their hands in the final day. For me, they sacked Jacker too late, really. I think if they had sacked Jacker a bit earlier, like, because they were on a downward spiral, Jacker didn't know what he was doing, like, keep dropping his best players like Curtis, it might be a different story. I think giving the Cowley brothers the job full time was the best option. Like, they're playing nice football, they play attacking football, he's better man than Jacket, and I believe that next season, if they get the right players in, they'll be around the top of this league again. So yeah, 3rd I had Peterborough, the thing is second, they got all my promotion. What a season for Peterborough. They deserved it. I mean, they had the best striker in the league. For me, they're probably one of the best players in the league. This season was finally the season Peterborough got promoted, but it's great for them. Good luck in the Championship next season. So yeah, 2nd I had Hull, that won the league. Hull City were just the best team in the league this season, let's be honest. Like, they had a solid defence, good midfield, whatever you needed. Their double figure, like, their 3 forward players, Wilkes, Lewis Potter and McGuinness was all in, like, double figures for goals, and I believe that Hull were the best team in the league, deserved to win League One, and yeah, and I believe that if them can recruit right, they'll do well in the Championship next season. So yeah, first I had Oxford, the thing is sick. What knocked Oxford was the first 6 to 8 games where they were like in the where they were bottom after 8 games, second like in the relegation zone after at Christmas, but most importantly they were 6th in the final day. Carl Robinson did a fantastic job to get them back into a chance to play off, and I'm sure if you offered Oxford fans they would have took it. They're pretty much 3 games away from the Championship, but if you told them at Christmas, you will be 3 games away from the Championship, I don't think you would take it. I mean, Oxford continue doing well. This is why they were always at the top of this league, and they've got a chance of going up. Obviously, I hope they don't. So yeah. So the next time we'll see me will be my predicted 11 for the Lincoln first leg of the playoff semi-final. So yeah, that's the end of the video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, view, comment, and say yeah.